What is up, YouTube? Hopefully you guys are doing great. Today I wanted to do a video about what to take to Halloween Horror Nights. Now I know there's tons of them. This is just sort of my take on that video. So first up, you should take a book bag of some sort, especially if you're just traveling by yourself coming to the event. You know, you're gonna need someone to kind of companion, someone to hold. No, I'm just joking. But you're gonna need someone to hold your stuff. So I always recommend taking a book bag. This is a Case Logic. I don't have the specific type of this. If you want to know it, leave it down in the comment section and I'll try to find it for you. But it's a simple, you know, book bag. When you buy merch at the event, what's going to get annoying is carrying around that merch bag, especially if you buy a couple different things. You might say like to wait towards the end of the night, but then that ends up not happening, or you end up in a long line at the end, because everybody always does that. Everybody waits till the end of the event or the end of the night to buy their merch. So you'll be stuck in a long line of doing that. So just buy it like before you get into the event, or after you've seen a couple of houses, just dip into a store real quick, check out the merch, buy some of it, then you put it in your bag. You got it with you, it's good to go all night, you don't have to worry about it. So I always just say carry your stuff, your ID, your Halloween Horror Nights ticket, your annual pass, whatever you intend on having. Just have the book bag and you can carry it. I always carry my Disney, my Universal. They're always with me whenever, just in case of anything. That way I don't have to always check my pockets or say, do I have it? I'm not sure if I have it. Oh man, I left it back at the room. Now I gotta travel back, or I left it at the car. If you know it's in there, it's good to go. You never have to think about it again. So that's what I always recommend, is always carrying your stuff with you. I mean, it's a simple task and a simple idea, but trust me, you're gonna do it once or twice and you're gonna be like, I should have listened to Zombie Chris. And main one, umbrella. Florida can be very, very picky and choosy as far as the weather. Sometimes we can have hot days, you know, 2 or 3 days, and then next thing you know, it's cloudy and it might have chances of rain for a couple hours during the event. It's always very spotty. You never know where the Florida weather is going to go. It has a mindset of its own. So I always recommend taking an umbrella, or else you're going to be wet, or you're going to be buying an umbrella there at the event and paying a higher price for an umbrella than just carrying your own or just buying one and bringing it with you. And now they make them so tiny. Like you can get them like literally like this small to carry in here and not have to worry about too much about the room of it. I also recommend carrying around one of these. It is a emergency rain poncho. This one is from Walmart, but they're really cheap. You can get them anywhere, on Amazon, anywhere, for probably less than a couple bucks. Always good to have, just in case, you know, you might want to like hand it out to somebody. You might forget the umbrella might break or something. Always good to have that. It takes up no room just to throw this in there as well. Always have that. Now, when you walk around Horror Nights, it's gonna get very hot. You're gonna get very thirsty. Obviously, you're doing a lot of walking when you come to Horror Nights. A lot. So if money is not really an option for you and you came with extra money to spend, I recommend getting the Freestyle Cup. I'm not too sure on the prices or if they change between the daytime and Halloween Horror Nights. I can always check on that if you need me to when I get there, and I can ask somebody or check into that info and let you guys know if you really, really want to know that. I forget the pricing, but it's pretty good. If you got the money to spend and you just want to kind of have drinks all night, especially water or, you know, Powerade or whatever to hydrate you, well worth it. But if you want to take the cheaper route, and I recommend also doing this, I do this all the time. I always carry bottles of water with me. You can buy a pack of this. Like I buy it at Sam's Club, really cheap, like less than $5, and I get 32 waters. I always take water with me when I travel to anywhere, especially to horror nights. I always carry at least 2 to 3 bottles because you never know when you're going to need water, when you're going to feel sick or hydrated, or dehydrated, I should say. Standing in long lines, sometimes you might need the water. It's always going to come in handy. So that's why I always recommend taking the book bag, because you can throw at least 2 or 3 in there and you're good to go. Next thing I'm going to recommend is you can also bring a gorilla pod. You can also bring a tripod, but sometimes security is a little iffy. Sometimes I've heard you can't bring big ones that extend. Sometimes I heard you can bring small ones. I don't really know. So just bring something like this or a smaller tripod and you're probably good to go. Otherwise, you might have a problem with security sometimes. They might give you a hassle about bringing certain technical stuff in. They're very tricky at times. Carry around snacks. I also recommend these almond butter biscuits from Nature Valley. They're always good, full of peanut butter. It's got whole grain, so it's going to keep you energized and pretty much satisfy your hunger, especially if you're standing in line and you're kind of hungry, but you want to eat maybe after the haunted house or something. So you can carry around snacks in here. Always good to know. I also recommend, obviously, when you go to horror nights, you're going to use your phone. You're going to use it for snapping, for anything that involves the phone. And phones nowadays drop energy like that. So I recommend carrying around charging cases. I know this is like useless information, but trust me, someone out there will do that and they'll be,
oh man, you know, my phone's gonna die, I need energy.
You can always bring the cord and plug it in. Like when you go to the restaurants, typically they have outlets that you can plug it in, but you're always on the go at horror nights. You can pick these up for less than $20 on Amazon. Even less than that, you can probably find some for like less than $10. So they're always gonna come in handy, trust me. I also have this little neat charger for the iPhone. What makes it kind of cool is this. It's on a magnet, so it always stays like in this little loop, so I don't ever lose it. It's a very short wire, so very sturdy. It's rubber. It's really cool looking, and I just love that magnet sound that it clips. And what I also recommend, at least for me, this works pretty much most of the time. When I go to horror nights, I'm always terrified, at least until I get comfortable with the houses and the zones and I get kind of aware of my surroundings. It's always the unknown nature of what's around the corner that always scares me more so than what is there. So for me, it always helps when I go into the haunted house. I'm always chewing at least some gum, at least 1 or 2 pieces. Always helps me kind of get the nerves out of the way for the haunted house. It always gets me ready. I recommend that to anybody who is very scared about going into the haunted houses. Chew gum, or at least some kind of candy, maybe a couple different mints, something that just kind of help you, I don't know, focus your mind a little less on it being scary. That's what I always do when I go into a situation like a new ride or a haunted house or something. I always chew gum. It always helps me. Maybe it's going to help you. But that is it for my video about prepping to go to Halloween Horror Nights. If you have any tips, leave it down in the comment section. I'd love to know them. Maybe there's something you feel like I missed and you want to mention it to help others out. That would be cool. Anyway, leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hopefully you guys are having a great day whenever you're watching this. And Zombie Chris,